Good morning and welcome to Miss Cardi's Musings. It is the one and only Miss Cardi. I'm here on this channel to deliver to you messages, insights, and mental health support and our tools, etc. Now, I do want to preface and say that the messages are divine inspiration and it is not a replacement for professional support and help. So if you are in need of that, please make sure that you find the appropriate resources and or reach out to me so that I can help you in your pursuit of those things. I will start this off by saying I'm a mental health counselor and advocate. I also have a background in elementary education and a ton of other things. So I have been, just thinking about starting this channel. I am still figuring out how this will look, and hopefully over the next, or as I should say, as I dig deeper into this part of my journey, the things will come together, the pieces will come together. Um, I've offered a lot of things to the community, so this is just another offering. God told me to stop focusing on the details and to get started. So the first message was about, not worrying about perfection, but just taking that chance, taking that leap of faith. So I do have a little bit of a structure today, and first I am going to start with channeled songs, then channeled numbers, and then we'll jump into the tarot and or oracle cards. Okay, so the first song that I got was All These Bands, and that's by PNB Rock. May he rest in peace, featuring Tory Lanez. And that song, of course, is about money. Then I have Bang Your Line by El Hay, and that is a little bit more on the romance side. And then Love Again by Alex Isley and Jack Dine. And again, that is also about love. So, what I'm really getting is that maybe you are walking into a new season where you are thinking about your foundations, whether that be like physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and really considering like what is in alignment with who I am and where I am right now. And the God message that we got today was give all your worries and cares to God, for she, he, them cares about you. Okay, so just making sure that any of the things that you are confused about, you find a moment of stillness to listen to what God and the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors are trying to tell you and how they're trying to direct you forward. Okay. So the angel numbers that I got was the number 9, and we know that this year 2025 breaks down to the number 9. It is a year of completion, the end of karmic cycles, and new beginnings. So going back to as we look at our foundations, how can we come into alignment with the things that we are wanting and are needing to move forward? The next number is 39. 39 encourages us to give up our problems. So this goes back to our God message about giving God our worries and cares. This is also a number that asks you to think about the people, places, things that are or are not in alignment with your divine purpose. And then lastly, the number 22, which is a master number, is a master builder. So 22 brings a message of balance, harmony, again, alignment. How can we align our actions with our purpose? How can we align our inner and outer strength and foundations? Okay, so lots of it almost gives me like the fool card, right? So we're starting at 0. We've decided to jump off the cliff and take that leap of faith, leaving all of the things that did not has not served us in the past. Now we get to co-create with the universe and God. Like, okay, so if I said, the color red is not a good color for me, looking at all the other colors that exist out there, which color is in alignment for who I am and what I am right now? Okay. So I will get into the tarot. I hope that you guys had a great week. If you have not checked out my first video, please make sure that you go and check that out. Again, I will be figuring out how to align or make these messages a little bit more cohesive as I go along. And eventually I do want to be on the camera. Okay. But this is just to get us started and to begin practicing channeling in a different way. All right. So Spirit God Angels, what messages do you have for us today? Today is March 9th, 2025. It is about 5:45 a.m. I am currently at work, but on a break. Okay, so I just ask for divine protection and guidance for me and all those who are going to be tuning in, for me and anybody tuning in. Okay. So what messages do you have today? Okay, so the first card that came out was the Moon card. And we are in Pisces season. So the Moon card talks about anything that is unknown, unseen, hidden, lying beneath the surface. And the next card that came out was I deserve to feel safe. So this says most of what we are afraid of has already happened to us, and nothing can take that away. You deserve to feel safe again. Wherever, however, you can find a safe and nurturing space to be. Safety is not earned and it's not selfish. Repeat if you need to begin to unravel whatever it brings up in you. I deserve to feel safe. So I'm just going to say that again. Safety is not earned and it's not selfish, right? So you just deserve to feel safe, not for any particular reason, but simply because you exist. Okay. And then the next card I got after that was the Fool card, which I literally just channeled, and then the Five of Cups. So right now I'm getting like, maybe for a while you have been in environments or around people that have not allowed you to feel safe, and this is something that you don't necessarily talk about out loud a lot, but it has brought a lot of disappointment, emotional disappointment in your life, and you're just ready for a new beginning, right? So literally jumping off that cliff to look for and or align with safer environments, to be around safer people, to be in safer workplaces, right? So let's jump into this a little bit more. So definitely this season, we want to begin defining, sorry, I'm stuttering over my words. We want to begin defining what safety looks like, feels like, smells like, tastes like, right? You want to kind of go through all of the senses. What does safety mean to you, for you? Identify the ways that you have felt unsafe in the past. What boundaries can you come up with to ensure that those cycles don't happen again, right? And of course, it's not going to be perfect, but consider getting a journal so that you can do this work, right? Where or have I, in what areas have I not felt safe in the past? How do I want to begin changing that? How do I want to begin healing those wounds, so that I am in energetic alignment with people, places, and things that can and will bring me safety? Okay. So I hope that's making sense. And really and truly, what I'm getting is that, like, you'll know you're safe when you're in alignment. You'll know you're in alignment when you feel safe. Okay? You'll know you're in alignment when you feel safe. All right. What other messages do you have for me today? But I'm also getting, because I'm looking at the Five of Cups, and in this Five of Cups card, the figure is looking at the 3 cups that are spilled, but there are 2 cups that are still standing upright behind him. And I'm just getting like you're at a place where you're tired of looking at these spilled cups. You want to begin being receptive to those two cups that are still standing, right? So for example, let's just say you had a friend group and 3 out of the 5 friends were unhealthy and toxic people, but 2 of those people in the friend group were safe places, but you just haven't put as much time, energy, and effort into those people, right? So now Spirit is literally saying, hey, I know these 3 people weren't safe, but I still provided you with 2 people that are safe. How can you get an energetic alignment with so that you resonate with those 2 people who are safe, right? So maybe also considering that if you've experienced situations where you were unsafe for so long that you are naturally aligning yourself in those situations out of familiarity, right? And again, it's not to say that you're attracting what you are. I believe we attract everything we entertain where we're at, right? So again, analyzing and looking at what are you allowing into your space, right? Are these people, places, and things safe? How can I begin aligning with people, places, and things that are healthy, that are communicative, that are considerate, that are mindful, that are empathetic? How can I align with that energy? What work do I need to do to be able to receive those people, to see those people? What other messages do you have for me today? Yeah, you're closing out cycles. Major, 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 major cycles. So the next cards that I got were 2 world cards. And remember, I said in the first reading that the deck that I'm using has 3 decks in one. So I have 2 world cards out here. So I take that as spiritually, you are closing out cycles and beginning new cycles. And then in the 3D realm, you are closing out cycles and beginning new cycles. And then I have the Ace of Cups, and then I am deserving of pleasure. So again, I am deserving of healthy people, places, and things, right? I am deserving of being in overflow. So that means that I'm filling my cup up first, and then I can overflow to others, right? But only if those people, places, and things are safe for me, right? And I'm just going to pull a few more messages. What other messages do you have for me? Spirit, what other messages do you have for me? I feel like you need to get a journal. And let me tell you why. So, a journal is a really great place to just process and organize how we're thinking and we're feeling. It's also a great place to track our behaviors. I use my journal for everything: making pros and cons lists of major decisions that I need to make, writing out my goals, writing out potential self care schedules or routines that I want to implement. Just any and everything. So get a journal. It's also a great place to really sit with questions. So for example, how can I align more with people, places, and things that make me feel safe? Let's go a step further. What does it mean to feel safe? What does that look like for me? If I haven't felt safe in any place, okay, I know what not feeling safe looks like, feels like. What is the opposite of that? maybe I can start with a standard definition of safety, right? So a journal is a really great place to just like organize a lot of these thoughts and these feelings, so that we do come to clarity. Another exercise that you can do, which I encourage lots of people to do, is to write out what type of employee do I want to be, or entrepreneur do I want to be? What type of partner do I want to be? What type of parent do I want to be? What type of friend do I want to be? What type of family member do I want to be? And be specific, right? So if honesty is someplace that you struggled, and not to say that, you just come out and you lie, but maybe you don't always say how you feel. Or maybe, you omit some truth because of fear of, consequences, repercussions, conflict, etc. Really be clear on like how you want to show up in the world, so that you can then clearly define the places and clearly see the places that will allow you to show up in those spaces fully. And that's crazy because I put the card back that says, yo, I wish that you guys could have seen this. I put back the card that says I deserve to live in my body fully, shuffled a couple times. You guys heard me shuffling. And then at the top of the deck was the card I deserve to live in my body fully. And let me just read that. So it says, our bodies hold our stories and carry us toward our futures, but we sometimes forget to live in them in the present. You deserve to experience life in your body, to feel pleasure, to move, to express yourself freely in your skin. And then the other card here says, I am deserving of pleasure. Take time to seek pleasure for the sake of it. Bask in it. However, feel safe and loving to you. Remind yourself that pleasure is healthy, worth seeking, and that you are deserving of that pursuit, right? So lots of talks about feeling safe, being able to live fully, being able to express yourself fully, being able to feel pleasure, joy, peace, happiness, connection, right? Now, granted, it's not going to be perfect. And yes, we are going to have to face conflict and challenges, but ultimately you want to be in spaces that cultivate, okay, if we're not seeing eye to eye, how can we safely address this concern? Regardless of our differences, right? So you want to really be in places that allow you to show up fully. That also includes places that hold you accountable. A place that does not hold you accountable is not a safe place. And I know that may be hard to hear, but we all need and deserve to be held accountable. That allows us to grow, that allows us to continue to love one another, right, in safe ways. So again, just thinking about, one, how can I show up fully and feel safe to show up fully so that I can express myself in healthy ways with and for others? All right. Any last messages? Any last messages, please? Any last messages? Yes, you have the strength to do so. And the Sun card came out. So the Strength card talks about like that quiet inner strength. You have the tenacity to move forward. The sun is here. It's illuminating everything that you need to see. So again, take your time. This is about evolution. This is about evolving. This is about recognizing what we've been through so we know where we're going. And all it takes is like small steps forward. So one thing that I explain a lot in my therapy sessions is just how to shift our thinking about self-care. Self-care isn't necessarily the grandiose activities that we do, the getting our nails done, the spa days, the I'm going to work out for an hour at the gym, etc., etc. Now it can be, but really and truly the self-care is in the micro habits, right? So what does your morning routine look like? Can you simplify it? Wake up, stretch, hygiene, eat a great breakfast, journal. Great way to start your day. Are you working through your lunch breaks, or are you actually taking time to decompress, to disconnect, not scroll your phone, actually eat your lunch, go outside for some air, walk around, talk to a friend, right? Like how can you implement micro habits throughout your day so that you've you're developing a practice where you're checking in with yourself all throughout the day as opposed to waiting to the end of the day to go to the gym. Right? So there's tons of ways that we can implement these micro habits. And really and truly, the more we allow ourselves to feel safe with ourselves, the greater capacity we have to align with those people, places, and things that will also allow us to feel safe, right? So make you a safe place for you, and then watch how you naturally align with the safe places, right? Give your worries to God. Continue to move forward, continue to pray, continue to tap in, do all the things that you need to do to take care of yourself, and watch how all of these things align to and for you, whether that's financially, professionally, romantically, platonically, it doesn't matter, right? Okay, so that is the message for today. I hope that it made sense. We all deserve to feel safe. We all deserve to show up fully. Yes, and that's all that I have for you. So I will be back with another message shortly. Again, I'm figuring out how all of this will look, but thank you if you have watched this video, and we will chat soon. Bye.